Hello, how you doing? Hope you're well. Now before we get started on today's recipe, you may have noticed that there's not been a lot of vegan recipes being posted because we've started our own new 100% vegan channel, which I'd love for you to get over there and subscribe and take a look. So I'm popping this one up today, just a bit of a reminder of anyone who missed the news that we broadcast a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, what we've got today is we've got some beautiful stuffed eggplants. We've got some lovely stuff in there with red beans, some nice spices, absolutely delicious. Let's get started. So we're going to get started by prepping up our eggplant. Now I've got a nice decent sized one there, as you can see. There's my hand there. It's a bit of a whopper really. What we're going to do is simply we're going to put that in the oven, get it in a nice hot oven. For this size will be about 12 minutes. 1 second. But before you put it in, just give it a few prods with a knife. If you don't, there's a good chance it will explode in the oven. So it's going to go in the oven about 12 minutes. Job done. Okay, so that was about 10 or 12 minutes in my oven. It's piping hot, nice and soft. Just set that aside. Let's move on for the filling. Okay, so our eggplant is done. We can now take a look at the ingredients we're using. Red beans, red kidney beans. If you're using from a can, give them a nice wash in some cold water. Tomato, onion, garlic. And then the two spices that I'm using today are cumin and coriander. These vegetables, the zucchini, the carrots and the mushrooms, optional. You can be using any vegetables that you like. As you can see, we're pretty much equal amounts of everything. Let's get to the cooker and get this started. Alright, so I've got a pan here, I've got some oil in there. I'm using a sunflower oil. You could use olive oil maybe if you wanted, or a different oil. In goes our onion and our garlic. We're on a above medium heat. I'll see you in about 2 to 3 minutes. Keep it moving. Fantastic. We're now going to drop in our grated carrot. Let's get some black pepper in there. Let's get some salt in there. And I'll see you in about another 2 to 3 minutes. Again, keep it moving around. Okay, so next up we're going to drop in our kidney beans. Now I just want to show you what I've done. I've just roughly broken them just to give them a little bit of body to the stuffing. Let's get in our zucchini. Now think about adding other vegetables. You can put some other grated beetroot in this, some turnip or something like that. Bell peppers, the list goes on and on, but yeah, get it in as you wish. I'm going to drop in those mushrooms. Now you can just be using a regular white mushroom. I've got 3 different types of mushrooms here, oyster mushrooms and some other small Chinese type things, but anything goes. Now that one tomato, try and use a nice ripe tomato. 4 minutes, staying on this high heat and stirring often. It's coming on really nicely. We're now going to add in our spices. I'm using equal parts of cumin and coriander. And we're going to get in our fresh cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that. Again, let's go for another 3 minutes. Let's cook this out now. So while we're cooking our filling there, you can see I've got our eggplant and I've now cut it right down the middle. What we want to do here is cut some lines down it into the flesh all the way down without cutting the backside, and then go across that way. And what we're doing, as you can see, we're opening this out beautifully. It's nice for our filling. I'll do the other one and then get back to the cooker. Okay, off goes the heat. And we're done. We've got a beautiful veggie filling there. So there we go. There's our filling. Just going to let that cool down a little bit. And you've seen the eggplant. Next step, we're going to get that together. Okay, let's fill these guys up. Let's load them up. This stuffing is still hot, but just cool down a little bit. I'm going to put in a really generous amount. They look fabulous. Right, let's move on to the next step. So what you're going to need to do now is get your oven on full blast, maximum heat, get it preheated. I've got a metal dish here. You could be using glass or ceramic if you want. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to add, let me just grab a spoon. We're going to add a little bit of tomato sauce here. Now this tomato sauce, I'm not going to show you how to make it because it's just so easy. It's a can of tomatoes, some tomato puree, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of dried oregano in it. Just a really sort of simple. It's actually what I use to make pizza with. If you wanted, just grab a tin of tomatoes or a can of tomatoes and crush it up. Right, let's get these bad boys in. I've just tasted that stuffing, by the way. It's really, really good. Okay. Just a little spoon on the top. And then this is going to go in to my oven, which is on maximum heat, for about 12 minutes. See when it comes out. It's going to be fab. Okay, here we go. Straight out the oven. They are fabulous. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, do check out the vegan channel that we have. I'll leave the link. It will pop up about nowish, and I'll leave it below. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.